Navigating a computer with a mouse requires physically dragging your hand across a desk just to find and click a small icon. But when you press a precise combination of mechanical keys to execute a command, that action happens instantly. It saves you fractions of a second, but those fractions add up to hours of saved time over a single workweek. This video will teach you the practical, high-value Windows and Microsoft Office keyboard shortcuts that eliminate unnecessary clicking and instantly accelerate your daily workflow. To get the most out of this, go ahead and open Microsoft Word, Excel, and a web browser right now. You can pause the video and physically practice these commands on your own keyboard as we go. Reducing the physical distance between your hands and the mouse minimizes the mechanical delay between deciding on an action and seeing the result on your monitor. Let's start with the foundational system commands. You likely know the basics: Control-C to copy, Control-X to cut, and Control-V to paste. Control-Z undoes your last mistake, and Control-Y redoes it. Control-A selects everything, Control-S saves your work, and Control-F opens your search menu. But we can go deeper. By pressing the Windows key plus V, you open your clipboard history. This animated diagram shows a vertical clipboard queue storing 3 distinct blocks of text you've copied. You can recall any of these items and deploy them sequentially into an eNow template layout without having to bounce back and forth between different documents. If you need to grab a specific chart from a PDF, pressing the Windows key, Shift, and S brings up the snipping tool. This lets you draw a box around the exact section of the screen you want to capture and copy it instantly. As we see in this animated diagram, you can instantly manage your screen real estate for research. Hold the Windows key and press the left or right arrow keys, and your overlapping application windows will snap perfectly into a symmetrical side-by-side split screen layout. You can navigate your entire desktop without reaching for the mouse. Hold Alt and press Tab to cycle through your open apps. Windows key plus D minimizes everything to show your desktop. Windows plus E opens the File Explorer. Windows plus L instantly locks your screen. To close an active app completely, press Alt plus F4. And if a program freezes, Control, Shift, and Escape launches the Task Manager directly. Inside your browser or files, pressing F2 lets you rename a selected file immediately. F5 refreshes your current web page. Control plus W closes your active browser tab. If you accidentally close a tab you still needed, pressing Control, Shift, and T will revive it on the spot. These system shortcuts reduce the friction of moving between different programs, allowing you to pull data from a browser and drop it into a document without the repetitive motion of manual window management. Step 2 is precision text editing. A common beginner mistake is holding down an arrow key and waiting for the cursor to crawl slowly across a sentence, which usually results in overshooting your target. Instead, hold the Control key while pressing the left or right arrow. This forces your cursor to jump rapidly, word by word, completely bypassing the single character crawl. Take a look at this simplified text document. Vector for vertical navigation. Pressing Home or End moves you to the edges of your current line. But if you hold Control and press Home, the cursor instantly teleports from the middle of a paragraph to the top line of the document. Press Control plus End and it jumps to the absolute bottom of the page. When you add the Shift key to any of those navigation commands, it highlights the text in its path. Notice how the highlight block rapidly expands word by word and line by line as the cursor jumps through the document, giving you rapid, exact selection. To fix typos, you don't need to tap backspace repeatedly. Control plus backspace instantly erases entire words to the left of your cursor, and Control plus delete erases entire words to the right. Uncoupling your text edits from the mouse ensures both of your hands stay locked in their natural resting positions, which rapidly accelerates your typing speed. Step 3 brings us to Microsoft Word. You have your standard formatting commands. Control-B applies bold text, Control-I applies italics, and Control-U underlines your selection. But the real leverage comes from structural edits. If you need to link to a website in a client proposal, never hunt through the Insert menu. Highlight the text and press Control-K to open the hyperlink window immediately. When you finish a section and want to start a new page, stop hitting the Enter key repeatedly to push the text down. Press Control plus Enter, and Word inserts a clean page break instantly. Here is a standard Word document interface showing a Find and Replace dialog box. If a product name is discontinued, you can press Ctrl-H to open this menu and replace dozens of text instances simultaneously across a massive manual. To scale font sizes dynamically without the mouse, highlight your text and press Ctrl, Shift, and the greater than or less than angle brackets to increase or decrease the size. For paragraph alignment, use Ctrl-E for center, Ctrl-L for left, Ctrl-R for right, and Ctrl-J for justified margins. Utilizing these keystrokes automates the mechanics of formatting. Your focus remains strictly on the content you are creating, rather than the tools you are using to build it. Step 4 is spatial navigation within Microsoft Excel. Combining Control with any arrow key forces your selection box to jump past all empty space, landing exactly on the extreme edge of a continuous dataset. This vector grid simulates a massive spreadsheet. By holding Control, Shift, and an arrow key, you can see the selection box instantly expanding to encompass thousands of data cells in a single frame. When you need to switch between worksheet tabs, just press Control plus Page Up or Page Down. Watch how the highlight adapts here. To select structural data, pressing Control plus Space highlights an entire vertical column instantly. Pressing Shift plus Space snaps an entire horizontal row into a highlighted state. For data entry, hitting F2 allows you to edit a cell without overwriting its contents. To quickly copy information from an adjacent cell, press Ctrl-D to fill data down from the cell above, or Ctrl-R to fill data to the right. When maintaining tracking sheets, type less. Press Ctrl plus the semicolon key to stamp the current date into a cell, and Ctrl-Shift plus the colon key to stamp the current time. Pressing Ctrl plus the number 1 instantly opens your cell formatting dialog. And if you need to total a massive column of revenue, select the empty cell at the bottom and press Alt plus the equal sign to deploy the AutoSum function. These Excel shortcuts take data manipulation from a tedious, error-prone click-and-drag chore and convert it directly into instantaneous mathematical operations. These shortcuts provide a targeted set of commands to handle the repetitive navigation and formatting tasks that fill a standard workday. Let's test your retention. Think back to our browser commands. What is the specific shortcut used to reopen a browser tab that you just accidentally closed? The answer is Control, Shift, and T. Here is your second question. What is the Excel shortcut for instantly calculating a column's total? See if you can recall it from memory and type your answer down in the comments. If learning these shortcuts helped speed up your daily workflow, subscribe to the channel for more productivity guides. And let us know in the comments what technology